Greetings, fellow songwriters and seekers, and welcome back to Muse and Measure. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that little guy on the lotus down below and subscribe to our channel so you can be here for all the new insights and all these great questions that I'm getting. Speaking of, here's one from Donna in Monroe, Michigan. Let's see, what does she say? What happens spiritually when you co-write, when the song no longer belongs entirely to you? Yeah, collaboration is one of my favorite things to do, and it's definitely one of the most challenging things for me because you really have to relinquish control. And what happens spiritually when you're in the process of it is, well, at first, it's just like a meditation session. Well, I guess it's not just like, but one similarity is that, you're dealing with a lot of ego. You are coming up with ideas, maybe the other person's ignoring them or not thinking that they're brilliant. And then they're coming up with things and kind of steamrolling over your ideas in some ways. It's always different depending on who you're working with. Some people are very type A personalities and they're kind of going to shove their agenda down your throat. Other people are just like so weak-spirited that they think that everything they do sucks, and they're just like so shy that they don't seem like they want to collaborate. So it's kind of nice when you show up and you have something that you've started. That way you can get kind of over that egoistic kind of like feeling low and maybe feeling defensive, feeling insecure. That can kind of happen when you collaborate with someone. And hopefully you can build a relationship of collaboration over many, many years, and so it gets better and better and richer. But ultimately, I think that collaboration is really useful when someone can point out when you did something really great. And, because in the songwriting process, sometimes you might doubt the things and you might not be the best judge of your own material. And that's why we have collaborators and we have producers that can kind of say, that is really good what you just did. Whereas you might not recognize the greatness of it. And that's what I found in my collaborations with people is that when it's really going well, both of us are kind of like just pouring forth ideas, and someone else recognizes, oh, yeah, that was great what you just did. Do that again. So that's what it's really, really useful for. And like I say, the challenges of it is like getting over your insecurity, your ego. Mainly the people that I've worked with were very kind of strong-willed. They had very clear ideas about what they wanted, or their personality was such that they were not shy and they were kind of pouring forth ideas. And I felt like my contributions were kind of being minimized. And so I went through that kind of, common trope that I've found in my own life is like, oh, people aren't listening to me. They're not recognizing when I do something good. They aren't even registering what I do. So that's this whole kind of psychological drama that goes on in your head. And that's why it's actually really good from a spiritual point of view to be able to recognize that and not follow that path of, oh, these people, they don't respect me, they don't like me, they're just not listening to what I do. It's all about them. Well, what about me? No one's listening to me. And you get to a disengaged or a more objective place with your songwriting where what you're saying is not so owned by you that, if people reject it, that you feel like they're rejecting you. So it's a really good process to go through and kind of get over yourself. But, it also could be a trapping that, you find it just reinforces your own beliefs about the world. And so that's the other side of it. So collaboration is a really a fine art that you have to master over time. And if you don't gel with somebody right away, give it a couple tries and see what comes of it. I've really, really enjoyed the collaborations that I've done, and I'm really proud of the work that I've done in collaboration with people. It takes a while maybe to get up the courage to say, that's not so good, but I like what you just did there, or to learn how to communicate basically in a way that's not going to hurt the other person's feelings. So like, oh, that's interesting. What if you tried to do it this way instead? Or let's try, do that again, but try it, change it a little bit. Let's switch the lyrics around. So that's a much more effective way than just like saying, nah, I'm not feeling that. Because then you can really hurt people's feelings. So on the flip side, we are feeling all this anguish because it feels like the other person's not giving us the affirmations. but the question is, are we providing the same thing for them? So it really is a spiritual dialogue. And it's really like a relationship in a way, a friendship, but it's on a kind of deeper level because you're trying to create something together that will hopefully be better than what you could come up as individuals. Sometimes that's not the case, but it's really interesting what comes out of collaboration. So I highly recommend that you do it. I've worked with people who were way above my skill level. I've also worked with people that were, just beginners and collaborating. I like collaborating with everybody because, beginners, they bring all this fresh ideas to the table. They're not, so caught in their rut of like, oh, this is how you write a song. They don't have so many fixed ideas. They come with fresh ideas, and they're very enthusiastic. Whereas kind of more seasoned, quote unquote, expert musicians, they might already have predetermined ideas about what a song is supposed to be, and then, not to say that they're not good to work with, but it's just, the possibilities are limited in that case when you have that kind of mindset. Although the really great, expert musicians that I work with, they still maintain that childlike wonder, and they still approach it like it's the first time that they've ever done it. Of course, they have their skills they're bringing with them, but they have this open mind, like, well, let's see what happens. Let's explore. Yeah, let's try that. So it's really cool when you have a good collaborator to work with, and you can play like in the childlike way and just try on different things, and really cool things come out of it. But I'd say the most beneficial part of a collaborator and a good songwriting team is someone who says, yeah, that's good, let's keep that. And then all the other stuff will just fall by the wayside, and it'll get revised out, in the long term. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for your question. I hope that answered it. And if you have any other comments or other concerns, or want to share your collaboration story, please do so in the comments down below. All right. Take care.